now it's old test part. OT. Yeah, click it and bring down the drop down menu and find the old test part.
Test part.
Going up probably maybe.
Yes, up.
Right? There's like old test part, right?
Yes.
No, this.
Oh.
Oh.
This one,
Yeah. Okay. Then click OK. The next step is we need to. So we done this one, right? Then do this one. So 2.1.
This
move.
one.
Then it's a sign tell you like do not use a liquid propane for this. Now it's just a regular. It's not liquid.
So just yes.
Okay. Here we can see the laser spot and also the cantilever, right? Then we need to, the next step is align the laser using the top controllers. Top controller is here, the two knobs. Then you adjust those two to align the laser to the free end of the cantilever. A little bit more back inside. That's good. And also you can see the sound signal here become 4 point something. That's good, right? And then we do the next step is align the laser using the side controllers. There's another two knobs on the side, right? Yeah. So as I would recommend is first there are two steps. One is cost alignment, another one is fine alignment. The cost alignment, just look at this one to put it to the center of this small window. Yeah. And the other knob a little bit. Okay. Then you can look at that window to bring it to the center. Good. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Then we go to next step. 3, right? 3.1, move back from the laser alignment station. So we click.
This one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So previously our position is here, so it assume that the position is the sample position already, but actually not. So we manually move over a little bit. So
But you need to focus this content.
let's just say this is the sample position. It's okay. Then we go to next step.
But it's not focused now.
Then yeah, we focus on the tip. So if you cannot see it clearly, you can zoom in and also use the light illumination to adjust the brightness. So now it's focused on tip. It's okay.
It's okay?
Yeah. And then click on the tip position. Just one click on tip position. bring to the center of the view, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we do the auto tune. Then we first click manual tune. Then we click auto tune. Okay, and exit. Then we finish the first main step, right? Then we go to navigate. First thing is load a sample, right? Then we can load a sample, whatever sample we want to use. Let's just use these samples. And put on this. You can grab the side. Yeah, hold there by magnetic, so. And you can put it on the stage. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's good. Then we need to
Position.
no, this it's okay. We already done this one, so we move the stage if desired. So it's okay. Then we select focus on method on sample. So, but here, first the sample is away from the head from scanner, right? And this scanner is pretty low. The sample is pretty high. So we need to lift the head by using this. You can change the speed by use different setting, right? Click the 100% maybe. Then lift up. Hold it. Click and hold it. Click and hold it.
Hold. The hold one.
Click and hold.
Hold
Okay.
it. Hold the click. Yeah. Let it lift. So until it's clear, right?
Yeah.
So then we can move the stage and move the sample to the scanner. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah,
So now,
it's good. You can release it. Yeah. So there's two ways you can combine together to move sample. One is you can rotate this one, right? And also you can move this stage. Yeah. You can use the maximum speed because it's far away. So yeah, use the maximum speed. Yeah, and move it.
you can hold.
Yeah.
So, the right side.
And inside a little bit. A little bit more. Okay, that's good. So because the sample is not aligned, so we jump to this step, right? But we haven't done this one, right?
Yeah.
So we check on the sample. So there are two focus methods. So this sample has a pattern, so we can use focus on sample. So, but if it's like a mirror, then we focus on the mirror image, right? So then we can use this one and move the Z, so we can do the sample focus.
First click here.
Yeah, click here. Yeah, it's okay. Then move down the Z. And then now you can see it's pretty far. And we want to move to about 1 millimeter away from the sample. Move down a little bit more. And they can also watch the video here. Now we can see some pattern here, right? But it's not in focus. So we can adjust this further to bring it into focus. And once it's close, then you can reduce the speed to do fine adjustment. little bit more. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah. Then we've done this one, right? And we need to navigate to the scan point, right? Then we can either move the stage.
This one?
You can watch over there. So see the sample moves, right?
Yeah.
And move to the location where you want to scan. And once you find it, you can double click the location you want to image. Let's say whatever place you want to image. Then it will automatically move to the cursor position, right? Okay. Then if that's the place you want to image, then that's fine. Yeah. You can. Yeah. Okay. Then we've done this step, right? Then we'll go to next step. Check parameter. So this one just want to make sure there's no extreme parameters like scan speed that are really fast, scan size are really large. But as long as it looks okay, then it's okay. Then we go to engage, next step.
But if you want to just change the degree in which way that will scan, you can adjust here.
Yeah, we can adjust here, but we also can adjust later during the scan.
Okay.
Yeah. Once it's engaged, it'll start to scan, right?
Yeah.
And in the scan, there are two modes. Like for the parameter window, there's a simple mode and there's extended mode. Okay. We can bring up the extended mode. So now the scan size is only 500 nanometer. It's considered pretty small, right? But if you want to scan a little large, you can change the scan size here. Let's say,
macro.
yeah, okay. So this is the gold metal here. It's coated on the surface. And when you scan, you can see the grains, right?
Yeah.
And to optimize the scanning, so maybe this is not tracking very well, but if you want to optimize it, you can change the gain. If your gain increase the eye gain a little bit, you can see the tracking will become a little bit better. So let's say change it to 1 and enter. Yeah, slightly better. So the other way to change the tracking is change the set point. Yeah, proportional gain also affects the not as sensitive as the eye gain. So if you reduce the set point, then the tracking will be better. But if you reduce too much, then the interaction between the tip and the sample, the force will become larger. So the force if larger, then the tip wearing will faster, and it may damage your sample also. So there's a balance between the tracking and the force. So
16 okay?
yeah, you can try increase a little bit as well. You can see how it affects.
Yeah.
So now it's not tracking. Set point is too high.
Yeah.
You can reduce it. And to adjust these, one way is you can use this left and right key. So you go to left, it will decrease, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Go to right, it will increase. So that looks pretty good, right? Then if you want to take an image, now it's just scanning. If you want to save the image, then click on save here.
Capture.
Yeah, click it. And here's it will say save capture next.
Yeah.
Means the current one it will not capture because we changed the parameter at the beginning here, right? But if you click one more time, click this one more time, then it will say false. That means even though we changed the parameter at the beginning, let's still save it, right? So it will, once it's finished the scanning to here, then it will save this image. But if you think you don't want these because you changed the parameter, you want to start again, then you can click like a start from the top again. Click this one. Yeah. And it will go back to the top and start again. And now if you click save, it will say save on, because for this you didn't change any parameter, right? So it will save. This probably the force is the set point is too low, so we go back. It's kind of scratching, a little bit scratching the surface, I think. This looks much more clean, right?
It seems that we cannot just fix with the one parameter, right? One set of parameter. We need to modify something.
Need to optimize the parameter. So it's pretty good right now.
So maybe for one measurement and another measurement, it will be different.
You can use the same, yeah. But if you change the probe, change the sample, then most likely you need to change
adjust
the parameter, adjust the parameter again. So. Then that's it. Once it's done, like if you want to save it, will save, and then you can just analyze it. So that's pretty much all the steps. And once it's done, then you can just withdraw. Then you can take out sample, take out your probe. So finished. So the main idea is follow the steps here and here. And when you handle the scanner slowly and steady,
But sometimes, for example, for this indentation case, to analyze the depths, sometimes we may have just like this indenter tip.
Yeah, then you need to buy some special tip.
Of course,
It's very, very stiff.
It's in situ AFM with what? It is in situ with AFM, in situ with what? This one, data annealing or
in situ? No, we don't have the in situ.
In situ?
You mean the annealing?
Yeah, because last time Professor, if you remember, said that this AFM is in situ program.
No.
Oh, what do you want? Do you want to do the
annealing, indentation, the same in situ? Not right?
No. You need to probably buy some like other option modules, like a heating stage, or you want to heat it, right? Then you need some like heating stage. But this system, it's compatible with those options, but it's not purchased for this one. So
it's only for scan.
Only for scan.
So no indentation?
You can do probably indentation. You just apply a very strong force.
Yeah.
But you cannot do the heating to anneal it. Yeah. That's another like the accessory for this one. Then you need to have to heat it somewhere else.
Okay, anyways, once we indent with using other machine in other laboratory, how can we measure? For example, if I want to measure the distance between this to this.
Yeah, then you can just open up after you take the image, right? You see this, and you open up the image. Let's say So this is a image analysis software. Then let's say we open up this. Those are event holes, right? Then we do a basic flattening. We can just use this. So normally we need some flattening. Let's say use this one, and I exclude these areas. We don't want this included in the flattening, so we exclude them. And then do a first order flattening. Looks nicer, right? And if we want to measure the distance between from like here to here, right? That's you want, right? Go to here. It's called a section. Section it. Then you can have this. Right click. You have this menu. The tool for section is like a rotating line, a rotating box, or a horizontal line. So let's say use a rotating line because it's not in horizontal, right? So then I click here and draw a line, right? You can see a profile will show up here. Then there are two cursors, right? I draw the cursor to one edge, draw the other cursor to the other edge. Then there's a green band here, has some data, right? So let's open up a little bit. So then there's a surface distance. That means the distance from here to here. It says 6.133 micron. That's the distance. Also, if you want to measure the depth here, then you can use another cursor. So this here, this cursor and this cursor, the distance is very small, and this is not the interest to measure for these 2 points, right? But we want to measure the depth here to here. Then we can bring up another cursor, right? Then the red band will have the data, will not be 0, 0, right? So then we are interested in the vertical distance. So then we look at the vertical distance. It says 196.52 nanometer. So this is depth is about 200 nanometer. And if you want to measure something else, you can bring another one. So total is 3. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then let's finish it. So when after you finish it, you need to withdraw it. Yeah. Okay. No, you didn't save it, so. But after you withdraw, it won't be saved. But it's okay. If you like once it says capture on, once it's finished, it will save. Okay. Next.
Me.
Then let's start from load the probe.
Yeah.
You need to take out and